Hello dear students, let's see this question of IIT JEE Advanced 2016. The question states, an infinite line charge of uniform electric charge density lambda lies along axis of an electrically conducting cylindrical shell of radius r. At t is equal to 0, space inside the cylinder is filled with a material of permittivity epsilon and electrical conductivity sigma. The electrical conduction follows Ohm's law. Which of the following graphs best describe the subsequent variation of magnitude of current density J, T means J as a function of time at any point in the material? So let me draw the diagram for this problem. So this is an infinite linear wire, and surrounding this is a conducting cylindrical shell, and within the cylindrical shell some material is filled. The electric conductivity of the material is sigma and there is a permittivity epsilon. So what will happen, because this is a charge, it will have a radial direction electric field, and this epsilon will allow the electric field to flow. If the epsilon was infinite, so electric field will not be there, and this electrical conductivity will make the charge of this wire leak, and this charge will leak into the material because now the material is conducting. So what will happen, whatever the charge density is there, whatever the charge is there, this charge will keep on decreasing because this charge is leaking into the medium, and the charge is leaking into the medium in the direction of electric field. The charge will flow. Ohm's law is a J is equal to sigma E. So direction of J vector is in the direction of electric field vector. So current will flow in the direction of electric field, and the electric field, if this is the wire, so this electric field is in the radial direction. So in the same direction current will flow. So basically the charge density of this wire will vary with time. Given in the question the charge density is a lambda, so that is a not constant, so I am assuming that the initial charge density was lambda naught, and at time t, suppose at time t this charge density has become a lambda, and I have make a cylindrical shell of length say L, and at a distance r from this wire, at a distance r from this wire, I am making another cylindrical shell like this at a general distance, and the variation of the graph was at a particular point, mean say at certain position. So that is a certain position where I am making the graph. So from this axis, suppose this is a point, and all the points on the circumference of on the this curved surface are at a distance small r from this axis like this. So this is r, and Ohm's law in the vector form is J is equal to sigma E, and this tells that J vector, the current density vector, and electric field vector are parallel, and electric field vector here, suppose I am looking this point, so electric field vector here is along the radial away direction like this. This is the E vector, and in the direction of E vector there will be J vector like this. So let me draw it big bold. This is a E vector. In the direction of E there is a J vector. So J is equal to sigma E. So direction part I have taken. So let me remove the vector sign here. An electric field due to this infinite line charge, we know that that is equal to 2k upon 2k lambda upon r, k is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon. So this E will become lambda by 2 pi epsilon r at a distance r. So we have first equation, J is equal to sigma lambda by 2 pi epsilon r, that is my first equation. And current here is going, like this is a cylindrical shell, and through this current is going. So if I want to write the electric, let me write the J vector only. So J is equal to, this is the cylindrical surface, through the cylindrical surface some current is crossing. So J is equal to I by surface area through which current is crossing. So if I assume the current to be crossing through this curved surface like this in the radial away direction. So it is actually this surface area through which current is crossing, and this length is L, radius is R, so this surface area is 2 pi r into L. So this J vector will be, this J will be I upon I, that is the current crossing, I divided by 2 pi r into L. And current is the rate of flow of charge. Suppose at any time t the charge on this wire is q, and because the charge is leaking, so this q is decreasing, so this I we can write minus dq by dt. Alright, I is minus dq by dt, and 2 pi r divided by 2 pi rl, and q I am talking about this length, and this q is equal to basically lambda into L. So in place of q I can write lambda L, L is a constant, so that is basically minus L into d lambda by dt and divide by 2 pi rl. This L and L get cancelled, so I've got another expression for J, that is a minus d lambda by dt divided by 2 pi r. That's it. And let me equate this to this, because this is also J. So if I equate this J to this J, I'll get sigma lambda divided by 2 pi r epsilon. This 2 pi r and this 2 pi r will get cancelled, and now I have a linear differential equation in lambda and t. So what I will get, minus d lambda by lambda is equal to, only thing remaining is that sigma by epsilon, and this dt will come here, and let me integrate with suitable limits. So if I integrate it, initially suppose at t is equal to 0 the charge density was lambda naught, and now at time t the charge density has become, say, lambda, and this simple integration, this integration will give me lambda is equal to lambda naught e power minus sigma by epsilon into t. And this tells us a very good thing also. The dimension of epsilon by sigma is that of time, so that can be used sometime in some dimensional question. So that is one thing. So we got this lambda, and at a certain position the graph was asked, so I have to just put this lambda here. If I put this lambda here, I'll get sigma upon 2 pi epsilon r, that is a constant, and here lambda naught e power minus sigma by epsilon into t, and this whole thing is also constant. So let me write that whole thing to be some j naught, and that will be j naught e power sigma by epsilon into t. That is a exponential decreasing graph. So the graph of j versus t would be something like this, and you can see one of the option, and that is option D.